You are now watching Believe. Do you believe?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Believe in Bengal podcast. He's Adam Pac-Man Jones. I'm Solomon Wilcox. This is the pre-training camp edition of the Believe in Bengal podcast. And right now we have a special guest. That's right, Cincinnati Bengals defensive back Mike Hilton in the house. What's up, Mike? How you doing, man?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
Mike, we might as well sign you up, man. We need you at least every other week, man. But we'll talk about that later. But I think it'd be good for you to dial in with us and let us know what's going on.
You know I'm with it. We can get it going.
Yeah, Mike, good people, man, and developing a career as well as in broadcasting is what we've seen take place on the field. And Mike, let's just go ahead and dive into it because you're 1 week before reporting to training camp. And I know Adam was this way, all of us who's played in this league. As you get closer to training camp, you kind of start to dial in a little bit. So when you get this close to training camp, what comes to mind for you?
Man, it just is that time to tune yourself up, man. You spend the whole off season getting in shape and, just getting ready for training camp. But now, when that time is here, it's time to just put it all together, That's when your mental start. You got to get in your playbook a little more because the season is coming around the corner. And like I said, you spend all that time working out in the offseason. You got to make sure you're in tip-top shape, ready to go. And, we a week out. So, man, I feel good mentally and physically, and I'm just ready to get it rolling.
Speaking of that, coming from a long season, making it to the Super Bowl, was your approach this year a little different than last year of getting ready to go to OTAs, or have the coach's approach been a little different, trying to take care of you guys' bodies since you had a longer end of the season?
Oh yeah, for sure. For a lot of people, their season's ending in January. We was blessed to make it all the way to the Super Bowl, so it might have cut our off season down, but obviously for a good reason. Yeah. But me, man, it didn't mess anything up. I know what I have to do to make sure I'm in tip-top shape, ready to go. And during OTAs and stuff, all the coaches definitely took care of us and just making sure that we still getting that rest we needed coming from a long season. And, like I said, man, personally, I feel good and I'm ready to go.
Mike, when I got closer to training camp, I used to get a little more cranky, bro. I start pulling away from the family a little bit, start isolating myself a little bit. Because, in the secondary, we got to play with a little bit of intensity. We got to bring some aggression. So when do you start to hit that switch a little bit?
It's probably right about now. Them couple of days leading up before, you got to take that off season, enjoy time with the family, and everything. But the family knows when it's that time, hey, it's time to lock in and get this ball going. So me, man, I'm a week out, but I don't feel that switch and I'm ready to go, man. I'm excited.
I know, Adam, I know you were cranky before training camp, bro.
Well, actually, it was time for me to get away from everything else. So I always looked forward for training camp. I'm one of those guys that like to work, but I love getting with the guys. I love, the camaraderie with the guys and trying to build a goal, which is going to do something different. And speaking of that, you guys, I think y'all was 25th. I think, wasn't it 25th last year in the passing, Solomon? What was it?
26, ranked 26 in passing. Yeah.
With the keys, with the couple pieces that y'all added this year, what are the secondary goals? I know we got to do better than we did last year, and I think that we added a couple of pieces. And me and Solomon, you don't have to say it. We need one guy to play better. If he can play a little bit better, I think our ranking goes down at least 10 slots right there off the top. So what is the group goal this year to get that number down from 25 or, down to single digits?
Man, it's just eliminating them explosive plays. Like, I feel like when we take away them explosive plays, can't nobody beat us on while we're on defense. We know we got pass rushers up front that can get after the quarterback, and we got guys in the back end that can go get the rock. So we take away some of those explosives, man, and get off the field a little more. That definitely help us out. But we don't be worried about them rankings, man. Every Sunday, them receivers got to beat us one-on-one for 4 quarters, man. That's how we feel going in. So we confident in who we got in the back end. We excited to go at it again.
Hey, Mike, I'm sure when you guys talk with Coach Zach Taylor, he stands up in front of the team, kind of gives the overall theme for training camp and the mindset that he wants for the team entering training camp. Anytime you come off a Super Bowl and you didn't win it, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
And obviously you come that close, you want to get back there. What has Coach Taylor kind of said to the team? I know you guys haven't really reported to training camp, but you were together during mini camp and OTAs. What was the mindset that he wanted this team to have this offseason entering training camp?
Just know we got unfinished business. We were one drive away from being Super Bowl champions, man. And that, like you said, that leave a bad taste in your mouth, knowing one or two plays work out differently. We walking out as winners. So we know as a team, like, we know what it takes to get there, and we know we got the guys on both sides of the football that can lead us there and help us achieve the goal. So, like I said, it's unfinished business, and we just got to go out there and take care of it.
I think this is gonna be real exciting this year. Couple things. You got a couple rookies in the room this year. What are you gonna make them do? What are they paying for? We
already hit them off on the snacks for OTA and stuff like that. They're gonna have the snacks for training camp. We ain't even hit them for the rookie dinner party.
Oh yeah. So,
like, we got some steps they got to take. So they already know what's coming up, but they ain't gonna trip. They excited about it, and they hope they might not enjoy it as much as we are, but. Yeah. We know they a good group of guys, and they gonna help us out. So we excited about it.
Hey, Mike, you got 3 though to share the cost, right? Yeah, 3 of them back there.
Exactly. So we gonna make sure we run that bill up a good little bit.
And you know what I get asked all the time from people from out of town is, do I like Jeff Ruby's or do I like Boca? And that's a hard choice because they're both pretty good. So where you gonna do the damage at? Where's this damage getting done?
Jeff Ruby's.
Yes, sir. Right. That's right.
We gonna get us a back room, private room with the TV, and we gonna enjoy that meal. So they already know what's coming.
I love it. That's awesome. That's how it's got to be. So let me ask you this: what is your mindset going into preseason? Everybody's got to get in a little bit work. But, if you go in these preseason games, I know coaches want the team to come out of it healthy going into the regular season. So what's your approach to preseason action?
I take as many reps as I can and, just take them at full effect. Whether I'm getting one series, a quarter, like, you use that time to tune up and get ready for the season. So, like I said, if I'm getting them couple plays, I'm going to make sure, like, my press is good. If I have a chance to make a solid tackle, make sure I'm tackling like I'm supposed to. And just really just getting yourself ready for the season, man. So I just take advantage of however many plays I got to play.
Adam, go ahead.
It's almost showtime. I think what we got, 3 more days. How many days for y'all report?
The 26th, a week from today.
We got a week from today.
Yeah.
All right. Your weight good?
Solid, man. I'm year 6, and it's probably the best I done felt. You know how it is over the years. You really just learn what your body needs and what it takes to get into the best shape. So, man, I feel good. I'm weighing about 186. Still moving good.
What was your point of emphasis this offseason? You said, hey, here are a few things I want to work on to improve or just to enhance my game. What were those things?
Just my man coverage. I feel like I gave up a lot of explosive plays personally. Shoot, even the one in the Super Bowl, like, I feel like I can make that play this year if it came back. So I'm just confident in what I've been working on throughout the offseason, man. I'm just ready to go out there and put it on the field.
Hey, to your
but that's
credit,
one of the hardest plays to make right
100.
there. From the slot, bro.
Yeah,
that weird.
Come on, bro. That's one of the. So you can't beat yourself on the back on that one. Like using position. Like sometimes they make a play, bro. Like
good throw,
Solomon
good
said
catch.
that. Like I'm like, bro, that's a
that
hard ass play.
That's hard. Hey, Mike, all of us old heads had your back, bro.
Like, we've all been in that spot before.
Yeah, man.
We know from that slot.
Yep.
It's got to be a great ball, first of all, and you have to be in good position to make that play. If you're out of position, it's an easy ball to catch. But you was in great position, bro. to
I
make.
got my hand in there, but yeah, he made a strong catch, man.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, no, that's what you got to do. You got to make it hard for them to make a great play. In fact, he had to make a great play in order to win in that situation. I want you to take us back, because this is what I know this team is facing. Coming off a Super Bowl loss, the team the very next year finds it difficult to even get back into the postseason. And I know that collectively, and I've heard you speak to this before, you've really embraced the fact that there are a lot of people who think that what you guys just did was a fluke. I mean, you beat the Chiefs twice in 1 month, man. I mean, you turn back the Grim Reaper that is Patrick Mahomes. You guys beat some really good teams, beat the #1 seed on the road. You did what you're supposed to do. But I'm sure this offseason you talk to a lot of friends. You know how guys get to talk. For whatever reason, everybody wants to say that what happened in Cincinnati in 2021 was a fluke. And I know you and the rest of the team have embraced coming out this year to prove that it wasn't. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, man. We just feel like we got the pieces to do it again. You know what I mean? I feel like this whole playoff run was good because we're a young team. So us getting that Super Bowl experience is gonna be good for us. And everybody think we're gonna take a step back, but we built up, some weak spots offensively and defensively. So people gonna sit there and say what we did was a fluke. But during this whole offseason, we done built the offensive line, drafted a lot more speed in the secondary.
Yes.
People gonna come back healthy. Shoot, our receivers got another year under their belt. So it's just like everything is pointing in a positive direction. So we just gotta go out there and do it again. We can't let no outside noise affect us. And like I said, with the people in the locker room, we confident that we can do it again.
Speaking of positive and outside noise, what's your take on the Jesse Bates? I know me and Solomon are big Jesse fans. We get the deal done, bro. Figure out a way to get the deal done. Mr. Brown, you have made it rain on everybody else. Let's take care of this guy right here who has been loyal and played hard every year through the ups and downs. Jesse deserved to get paid. We should not be looking at tabloids and shit and looking at it and saying Jesse Bates have a chance to get traded. No, that's not what we want as Bengal fans and Bengal writers. I'm saying it. You ain't even got to say it. We don't want that. We want Jesse.
Man, and me just seeing Jesse play, like even being with Pittsburgh, just him being in my division, I'm like, oh, that's safety out there in Cincinnati. Like he cold. Like he been cold since he stepped on the field. You know what I mean? And he been loyal to the organization. He's homegrown. He's just a guy that you want in the locker room. We respect him in the locker room. He's a captain. Like, to be a great team, you can't let great players leave, man. And I've been putting out there since I signed, like, hey, let's get him taken care of, because people might not say safety is a premium position, but if you got somebody that can keep the top on the defense, it makes, especially for us on the outside, it's gonna make everything a lot easier knowing that we got a safety that can make plays.
When Reggie Nelson left here, it made my job a whole lot harder. I tell you that. It made my job a whole lot. When I had Reggie, oh my God. It was so much so much easier when I had Reggie. When Reggie left, whoo, I had to play a whole lot longer.
Like playing zero.
Yeah. I tell you this. A lot of people been saying like he had a down season during the regular season, but they don't realize they put pieces around him. Like other people are making plays so he doesn't have to make as many plays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they probably used to him having 100 tackles, 3 picks. That's when, myself, Cheeto, Trey Henderson wasn't here. Yeah. But, they signed us and a lot more people making plays. It makes his job easier. But come playoff time, what do? Went crazy. Hey. Like the biggest time when we need him, he made plays. And I've been pushing him, man. I hope we get something done with him. I do not want him to leave, and I ain't got no problem saying that.
I'll tell you, the only people don't want him to come back. Ryan Tannehill. All right. Hey, dude. Hey, play number 1 down there in Nashville, man. I see Jesse.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Jesse read his mail, didn't he? He read his mail.
Man. Yeah. He said that a week of. He said if they come back, because we done seen that first play a lot during the whole season. He said if they see that route, he gonna go get it.
He
went
and got
it. Yeah. Went and got it.
Went and got it. And Mike, here's the thing. I'm working hard to change the narrative, to get people to understand how important, particularly on the pay scale, that we talk about corners, and it's great to be able to play on that island, but I know how difficult it is to play in that slot. You own that position, brother. You own it. You understand the multiple things that you have to be able to do to play in that role, and that it's so much more complex than playing on the outside. And so we need to make sure that the pay is comparable to what they're asking you to do within the game plan. We eat the same with the safeties, particularly the ones that can turn the ball over. I'm not talking it just any safety. I'm talking the ones that can take the ball away. Jesse Bates is the guy that can take the ball away when need to at critical moments in games. The interception in the Super Bowl before halftime off Matthew Stafford. The play in overtime over the top against Tyreek Hill that ended up being an interception with Von Bell. Your play against the Tennessee Titans in the slot, you were all over the field. So help our listeners to understand, man, that all defensive backs aren't equal. But if you can take the ball away at the safety position, if you can play in that nickel position, almost like a linebacker, safety, and corner, that's a difference maker for any defense.
For sure, man. Number one rule on defense, bro, take the ball away. Like, especially with our offensive weapons. We get them as many possessions as possible.
Yeah.
We know we're going to be successful. So, like I said, we know with the ball hawk back there and Jesse, like, as corners, we feel good. Like, we know if a play breaks, he ain't going to break it up, pick it, make the tackle. So, like I said, man, I'm going to keep pushing to get him signed, and I ain't going to be afraid to say it. I ain't going to be afraid to tweet it. Like, that's one of my closest friends on the team, man. I just want him to get what he deserves.
Here's what I will say, because I've done the research on this. So if I was to talk to Jesse right now, I would say, make sure that your older self one day thanks your younger self. So that 10, 20 years from now, the older Jesse Bates will look back on the Jesse Bates of today and say, hey, man, did we leave $12.9 million on the table? I want that younger Jesse Bates.
Take care of yourself.
Oh, no.
Got to.
I know for a fact.
Because you might not get this chance again.
Yeah, he made 1.2 last year.
Come on, man.
12.9 is 10 times the amount of money.
Come on, man.
That he made last year. So I would say this to any player. You don't force billionaires to go broke by turning down their millions, if you know what I'm saying. Like you ain't hurting them. Hey, I can just tell you that. You ain't hurting them. All you're doing is hurting yourself. And you don't give a rookie your reps. When you don't show up for work, man, that rookie, them younger guys getting all your reps. They taking all your plays.
I don't think that got nothing to do with Jesse.
No, that's your opinion. But that's not what I ain't saying it's got. I said no matter who it is. I said that. I'm saying no matter what veteran player, come to work, get your money, get your accredited season, because here's what I'm ultimately saying. Here's what I'm ultimately saying. They don't put the franchise tag on players they don't like. And when you use the franchise tag on a player, it usually counts as the floor for the negotiating period on your next contract. So that's the least amount that he's going to make. The 12.9 right now makes him the 10th highest paid safety. I'd like to see him in the top 5. My point is, don't leave the money on the table, and know that if he balls out like I know he's going to do, there's going to be a market for him next year, whether it's with the Bengals or with another team. So all I'm saying is come to work, take that franchise tag, but what I would not like to do, I would not like to see him sit out.
But that's not even. Let me get this.
I don't think sitting out is an option.
Yeah, exactly. That ain't even Jesse Forte. He ain't that type of dude.
He gonna be there. But at the end of the day, Solly, he's done way more than he's been asked to do. He deserves 100. Yep. All that shit about you ain't making a billionaire. That ain't how business go. That may be how it used to be.
Whoa. What did you just say? What did you say?
You said by holding out, you ain't going to make a billionaire, no more broker or something.
No, I want to be clear because I want to make sure you quote me accurately. I said sitting out doesn't hurt the owner. It doesn't. It doesn't hurt the owner. So
Right.
I'm just saying, this is
hold on.
business. This is business.
I know.
Okay.
It's
Let's
business.
make it clear. Let's make it clear.
That's what I'm saying. It's business. And
Yeah.
if Jesse Bates sit out, it will hurt the owner because the Bengals won't be the same team. I'm talking about business-wise, if he cares about winning. Now,
I'm saying, it hurts.
We can go to the money part
more than it hurts.
But what I understand that, but
12.9 is a lot of money to leave on the table.
Well, we know he's not going to sit out the year, but you got to do your due diligence to make sure you get paid.
Oh, no doubt.
That's all I'm saying.
No doubt.
Now,
no doubt.
The way Jesse handling his business, I have no problem with that because he's deserving the right to get paid.
We agree. We
agree that he should sit out when it's starting to tackle that money?
No.
Hell no. We do not agree with that.
And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just making sure we clear. But if you don't want to come until you need to be here, I'm with you. I understand that. And I'm truly for the players, and I don't understand I just don't get it. If we want them here, hey, come. There should be some kind of language between the, hey, look, come to camp. We're gonna try to get this done.
Mike,
I'm with you on that. And like I said, just knowing Jess, even if he doesn't come to camp, we all expect him to be there week one. Like I said, he ain't that type of player that's selfish. Like I said, he's been loyal to Cincinnati. He's been loyal to the Bengals.
Yes, he has.
Through the ups and downs too.
Through the ups and exactly. And you see, once you put pieces around him and you just keep building, like we obviously got a Super Bowl contending team. So I know he doesn't want to miss out on another opportunity of chasing the ring, knowing like he's going to get his bag next offseason, whether it's here or somewhere else.
That's right. That's right.
If we know Jess, he gonna be there, man. And like I said, he a leader in our locker room, man. We respect him, so we ain't got no issue with whatever he want to do, dog.
Mr. Brown gonna pay him. Mr. Brown gonna pay him. I know Mr. Brown. You know Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown gonna pay him.
He been here. Jesse been here through the tough times. He's helped turn this team around. He'll build something great. I want to see him continue to be here through the even better times, because I think it only gets better for the next several seasons here. And Mike, just a couple
be better.
That's right. That's right. Right away. Hey, a couple more questions before we let you go. I look at this offensive team. Think about it: Joe Mixon, T. Higgins. There's no doubt. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, young players, 25 years or younger, man, putting up historical numbers. And then the defensive side of the ball, I see this experienced group on the back end and that secondary, on the front end when it comes to the pass rush. Tell me and talk to me about how the youth on the offensive side of the ball and the experience on the defensive side of the ball makes for this unique blend of talent that helped turn this team around so quick.
Man, you just gotta have, like you said, you gotta have a unique blend. You bring in people from different organizations, like from winning organizations to that. Me from Pittsburgh, Cheeto from Dallas, Trey from New Orleans, and then you just bring in the young on the offensive side, those young guys, those first round, second round talents that as soon as they step on the field, they making impact plays. And when you got a quarterback like Joe, like you want to get him all the pieces you can on both sides of the ball, because you know your Super Bowl window is wide open when you got a quarterback like that. And the organization just brought in the perfect mix. We all meshed together. We all had one goal, and that's just turn this whole organization around. And we did that in 1 year. And like I said, our Super Bowl window was wide open, man. So we feel like for the next X amount of years, man, everybody gonna be talking about the Bengals as Super Bowl contending teams. We ain't the same Bengals from 4-5 years ago. Like when people see us on the schedule now, they like, damn, we gotta go play the Bengals. It ain't that's an automatic dub. No, man, we just want that respect, man. We still working to get it. So our group, man, our locker room is perfect, man. We excited.
Speaking of that,
go ahead, Adam. Last question before we let them go.
I was gonna say, speaking of that, they ranked the wide receiver group the number one group in the NFL.
Come on now.
I think Joe was in the top 6 or 7 quarterbacks. Going against those guys every day, that got to have you guys playing a lot faster on Sunday. You know what I mean? Going against a group that's getting those kind of accolades, pushing you guys every day in practice and camp. and getting you ready for the season.
For sure. Like you said, you got a top 5 quarterback. Shoot, all our receivers could be number ones on wherever team they go. So like going against them boys every single day, it don't do nothing but make us better. Because most teams on Sunday got some solid quarterbacks and maybe a true number one. But like I said, we got 3 and I ain't even say nothing about mixing in the backfield. So like that's another problem back there. So it's just like, man, going against those guys, it makes us better, and we know it's going to be a challenge every day through practice and training camp, and it just brings out that competitive fire from both sides of the field. So we love going against those guys.
Well, Mike, you know, Bengal Nation loves you, my man. We appreciate you stopping by to join us on this pre-training camp edition of the Believe in Bengal podcast. We know you're going to be joining us all season long. We also want to let our Believe in Bengal podcast watchers know that they're going to be able to take a look at this show. It's going to air on Bally Sports Ohio twice a week during the season. So you're going to get more of Adam Pac-Man Jones. You're going to get more of Mike Hilton, and you're going to get more of the Cincinnati Bengals. For Adam Pac-Man Jones, I'm Solomon Wilcox, and he is Cincinnati Bengals defensive back Mike Hilton. Thank you for joining us, everyone, right here on the Believe in Bengals podcast.
Appreciate it, fellas. Appreciate it.